I like you. Let's be friends.
A hoe, if there ever was one. This man is a hoe. I saw someone say this is why all the Bridgerton brothers are hoes, because they got it from their grandfather. And to be honest, y'all aren't wrong. Lord Edgar is a hoe. Everyone is a hoe. Anthony is a hoe. Benedict is a hoe. Colin is a hoe. Gregory is a hoe. Sorry, Gregory's a child. But he will be a hoe soon. Hey guys, it's me, Miata, and I am back to review episode 3 of Queen Charlotte. Before we get fully started, friends, as always, remember to like, subscribe, thumbs up. Make sure YouTube is giving me that money. I promised myself I was gonna make the intro short this time, because if you guys know something about me, a bitch never makes anything short. So I am gonna keep this one short. I don't have very much to say about episode 2 other than I fucking loved it. Obviously, I had very little to complain about if you watched my review for episode 2. If you have not, go and watch it. What I remember about episode 3, fucking, I don't think they can demonetize me if I say the word fuck after minute 1. Guys, I have not read the terms and conditions of YouTube, can you tell? But I remember this episode being the angry sex episode. Now, what do I love about Bridgerton? A sex episode. I believe, was it episode 5 or 6 of season 1 where Simon and Daphne had sex nonstop? I think it was episode 6 because I think it was also the rape episode. Luckily, no rape between the leads in this episode. Oh my God, what a blessing. If we talk about season 2, which again, I could conservatively talk about season 2 for 48 hours straight with no sleep because the rage would power me on. There was no fucking between Kate and Anthony, really. Not really. We had the one scene where it was a love scene, but I'm pretty sure he went down on her, then disappeared. Anyways, I'm not gonna get into it because you know, like I said, I could rant about all of that shit forever. But that's what I remember about this episode, and I'm just really excited to dive into it. So again, remember to do all of the clicky click things below. And without further ado, guys, honestly, let's just jump into it. I'm ready. I'm excited. Let's go. I forgot to take a shot. So I'm going to take one shot. I actually have to do editing after this, so I actually cannot take multiple shots. But baby, I'm going to take one. Oh! Now we can begin.
For another ride, I do not think I care, but mind he is of the right station. I am not. That is not what...
I'm sorry. I love that Brimsley wears the pants in this relationship. Brimsley, like, bitch, you may have 17 inches on me, but we all know that I run this shit. He's a smart little king, and I love him. So if you guys don't read the books or whatever, there is already, Julia Quinn already has a book out. I think it might be a novella that is about Lady Violet. I've never read this one. It just had never interested me, but it would be very interesting to see if they continue on with Lady Violet's storyline with her as a young girl and her meeting her future husband. I really liked this actress. I thought she was delightful. I think she gives off big Lady Violet vibes. Lady Violet is so funny. I think Ruth Grimmel, who plays older Lady Violet, is doing a spectacular job. I feel like she really solidified who she was starting in season 2 and really solidified who the character is in this season of television. And I don't know. I don't know how interested I am in seeing her. And what is her husband's name? Is it Edward? Am I making that up? I'm just not going to look it up right now. I'm not sure how interested I am in seeing their storyline, to be perfectly honest, but I honestly also was not interested in Queen Charlotte's storyline. Shonda wrote it, and now I'm addicted. So if they chose to do it and Shonda choose to write it, I will be seated. I will be watching. I will be excited to see it. And wouldn't it be lovely if they were able to maybe continue Lady Danbury's story at the same time? Because we are not done with that lady story. It is not over. I'm sorry. Her fucking this woman's dad and then being done, it's not over. I want to see more. I want to see how her life went after all of the events of this series. Get me this motherfucking outfit now. Get me this motherfucking outfit now.
Well,
okay, so I've been a major hater of the relationship between him and Lady Danbury, but can I say a few things? He can get it. I'm a hater because I'm sorry, Lady Danbury deserves better than a married man. A man who is willingly married to a racist woman who wants to get his kicks off with a beautiful black woman. But if he was single, yes, he's older. But would I hit it and hit it repeatedly? Could he get it? He could. This is yet another scene of the queen with her adult children. And if you guys, I think it's going to be a recurring theme in my reviews to just straight skip these scenes. I do not care about these scenes. They are not interesting. They add nothing to the story. They add nothing to they actually make my understanding of Queen Charlotte even less. So I think I'm actually just going to fast forward through them. I have a lot of story to get through, and this does not interest me. And like I said before, I just think it's one of the, not a failing of the season. I just think it doesn't quite fit into the season the way, I'm not quite sure, maybe the way the show, the showrunners and creators and producers thought it was going to. So for me, I'm mostly just going to pass over this. So if you guys are like, Miana, we're not seeing any of older Queen Charlotte, we're not seeing a lot of Lady Danbury, those things don't quite interest me as much. What do you think he said in that moment? Like lasagna mozzarella. She wasn't laughing at anything he actually said. She hates him in this moment. Was he like, I'm gonna give the D to you good? I'm gonna give the D to you good. Sorry, I took another shot, as you guys know, and I hit rock bottom. I tried to show this entire scene in one of my last videos, and I got demonetized, so I had to take it out. But suffice it to say, the even days, this whole segment of even day stuff, top. Tippity fucking top. What a... So good. You're horny, but you're also laughing. You're laughingly horny. You're hornily laughing. It's great. Fucking great. Let's just watch it, shall we? I mean, I'm not going to show it, but let's just watch it, shall we?
They doing the sex. They doing the sex. I'll get demonetized if I show you the sex, so I won't show you the sex. Ah!
Did she just bite her lip? Everybody's biting their lip in this shit. Okay, he's giving it to her good, laying the pipe down like he should. Somehow they're both deeply horny, sensual, sexual, but also cute and sweet and wonderful. The show really straddles the line between beautiful first love and deeply horny people just so well. Shonda. It's Shonda.
Will you please no longer breathe so very loudly?
There's no way she can hear him breathing. He hasn't breathed once in this scene. She wants to fuck, and so they fight. They fight, then they can fuck, okay? It's an even day. They gotta fight, they gotta fuck, they gotta do all the thing.
Shall I leave?
Fuck me. Fuck you. Like I said in my last review, fuck Shonda Rhimes for doing this to me. Why am I horny right now? Great. Thank you, Shonda. Thank you for making me feel like I'm not married and deeply in love with a person. You make me feel alone. You make me feel sad. Shall I leave? Can someone just come off the street and breathe into my mouth? Shall I leave? Well, I mean, obviously, it would need to be this exact situation. I would need to be a queen in a country I do not know, deeply in love with a king who is super duper fine, who is trying to get me pregnant, who is in love with me. There's a lot of situations that would need to happen for this exact moment, right? But like, Shonda, it's too much. It's too much. Okay, so I know in this situation, all of these people get out of the room before they fully have sex, but do you think they've all seen it before? This is not the first time these two people have decided to fully have sex in front of their staff. There are some kinks happening here. There are some kinks happening here. The man's face! The man's face! He can't believe it! He's like, not again, George! Not again! This scene is one of the hottest things I've ever seen on television. Let's watch.
Just get in.
What is there left to say? What is there left to say? Have y'all noticed there's a lot of throat play? Have y'all noticed she chokes him and he chokes her? I have not seen anyone on Twitter talking about this, but I noticed it on my first watch. They're constantly holding each other's throats. Filth.
Tall and strong, handsome, and smells like a man.
Oh, she loves this man. Girl, who you lying to everybody, including yourself, because you love this man. There's something about the way India just exited the room, her gait, that is just like Golda. She's doing an excellent job of, and I said this in my overall review, of both adding her own thing to this performance, but also looking at what Golda did and adding some of that back in. She's just doing such an excellent job at that. I don't really want to show, again, I said I'm not going to show too much of Lady Danbury and Lord Danbury. This is a scene between the two of them, but just to compare the beautiful scenes we're getting between Charlotte and George with what we're getting with Lady Danbury, it just is so frustrating, you know? I just know after wiping her hand on this man's face, she came away with nothing but brown. As a person who wears some brown makeup, I know her hand was brown after this because they have layered the makeup on this man's face.
Birthday hats, and no one had ever done that for him, so...
Oh! She knows about the birthday hats. She fucked on the day she got a birthday hat.
Fortunate.
I mean, homegirl could have phrased that a little bit better. Today was not the day to get philosophical about that kind of shit. You know what I mean? Say sorry, and then let's have a chat about it later. As we were watching the scene with the little boy playing piano, my husband went, "Is this a famous musician?" And I went, "I bet it's Mozart." This show is unserious. It is a silly show that I love.
Has an excellent musical ear.
Why does she not have any more black ladies' maids? Was Queen Charlotte surrounded only by white people in Germany? Did she not have any black people that she was around? Maybe that's what her life was like. But no, we had black maids and Asian maids there. So it's weird to me that she wouldn't be like, yo, why is my court not a little diverse? Like just the one? Especially given that like they elevated members of the other side of the tracks to be part of the ton, so we would have more. Again, I just think it was a missed opportunity to not have more black and brown women be a part of the court. Just as actors, again, it would have been nice for those actors to have speaking roles in this series. And I just think it would have been wonderful to see the women surround her and help her understand what was really going on besides just Lady Danbury. And Lady Danbury and her, I just think was a wasted opportunity. I think there could have been even more to this relationship. I would be just like this. I'm sorry. If baby, Corey walking around, no shirt on, smushed, I would become one with the glass.
George. I am Farmer George.
They like each other so much. They like each other so much. Get together. Just stop playing around with my emotions.
Are there medicinal herbs in the garden?
Get me this motherfucking hat right now. It looks like the hat that they wore kind of in Mortal Kombat. Homeboy that used to throw his motherfucking hat, slice the head off, come on back. Bitch, give me the hat. Get me the hat.
Do you not understand?
No, wait. No, but really, why does she not get it? What's going on back with, King, Prince Adolphus? I don't quite understand why she doesn't understand race relations. What's happening? Again, the show does not talk about race relations. They bring it up as a sprinkle of parsley, a little salt here, a little pepper here. They don't explain shit. It makes it very confusing. I don't understand why she doesn't understand race. There are things different in Germany. So why does she not understand what is happening with the black members of the Ton at this time? Also, Lady Danbury should be able to speak freely in front of her. She should know that she's able to. This girl doesn't know anything. She knows nothing about being a queen. This would be an opportunity for Lady Danbury to literally mold her into the type of queen that the black and brown members of the Ton needs. And instead, she talks around the situation, but feels very comfortable talking openly with Princess Augusta, who would more likely call for her head. Don't get it. I don't get it. Reynolds, don't pull away from your boyfriend. He loves you. My babies! I love that.
No wonder you spend so much time in the garden.
Sorry, I paused it at a really bad moment for Corey's face. But here's what frustrated me. We spend so much time with other characters, particularly starting at this point in the season, that a lot of realizations, I feel like, for Queen Charlotte are happening off screen. Like, we see moments where she's looking in the mirror, thinking about what Lady Danbury said, but so many of her like big realizations about her relationship and what she wants with King George, what she wants for herself, are happening off screen, and it's because we spend so much time with other people. I really wish I could watch her work through these emotions on screen. I wish I could watch her talk to people about it, not have people talk at her. We watch her think about it for 1 second. Then I think it would just be so lovely if we just got to spend more time. We don't have an episode purely from her point of view the way we do with George, right? First episode's mostly her. We spend a lot of time with her, but I wish we just had more, honestly, just more time with her. And when we spend time with Lady Danbury, when we spend time with the princess, when we spend time in the past, it takes away from the time I wish we were spending just with her. And again, the reason why I guess I'm frustrated that she doesn't have more ladies in waiting, why she didn't have more time with Lady Danbury, is because the moments that she would have with her friends would be the moments we would get to see her character deepen. We'd get to see more of the moments of her having those realizations. And instead, she's just alone so much of this season. And I just think it's just a wasted opportunity. This ashy ass, casket ready, dead ass, died 3 years ago ass makeup. I'm never going to be over it. Sorry, I really want to pay attention to the scene because I want to watch him watch her like, bitch, I'm going to tear your ass up.
She tried to miss it.
I hate everything that happens, but Shonda's really good at making an affair look really fucking good. If I can just detach and dissociate, I really, really love it. And I can't really hate this. They look good together. He's too old, but whatever shit. Whatever shit.
Season.
I mean, this is his first taste of chocolate. He's not going to let it go. Look at her. A radiant, beautiful woman. I wouldn't let it go either.
I like you. Let's be friends.
A hoe. If there ever was one. This man is a hoe. I saw someone say this is why all the Bridgerton brothers are hoes, because they got it from their grandfather. And to be honest, y'all aren't wrong. Lord Edgar is a hoe. Everyone is a hoe. Anthony is a hoe. Benedict is a hoe. Colin is a hoe. Gregory is a hoe. Sorry, Gregory is a child. But he will be a hoe soon. Wait. Is she on the side of the darkies and he's on the side of the whiteys? This show is an unserious show. I told my husband, and my husband told me, this scene is like the end of Hairspray, where it's like, you can't stop the avalanches, it races down the hill. Like, what the fuck is this? This 50s ass, 1950s ass, like, kind of like, yeah, guys, if we just dance away the racism, it's gonna end. It's trying to stop the seasons. Woo! Like, what the fuck? It's so silly. It is so beyond silly. It is worse than anything you could have imagined in terms of race. I can't get past it. She walks in, she's like, I got you, fam. He walks in, he's like, y'all about to see today. I'm fucking a black woman. Racism is over. But do I love the show? 100%. Is this scene deeply effective? Probably.
Oh, Dandy, may I have a dance with your wife?
A hoe! Man's a hoe! Please! He's ending racism with this dick! I just don't know what to say.
So, look at him.
She loves her baby. She loves her Georgie.
More change, stepped forward more than Britain has in the last century.
Sometimes when you're married to a white man or in a relationship with a white man, he says some real ignorant shit. Not my husband, though. Maybe y'all's husband, not my husband. My husband knows how to keep it, like, he knows not to be talking some mess. But maybe for some of y'all, you with white men that say some shit like this, and I need you to drop kick them in the jaw. I don't care how hot they are. Drop kick them in the jaw and tell them to shut the fuck up. George, I need you not to speak anymore, baby. You too cute. Don't speak. I knew in this scene, I said, this man's about to drop dead. Something about doggy style kills a man. I have seen enough sex scenes in a movie to know if an old man is doing you doggy style, he's about to die. I really thought at this moment that Lady Danbury was going to be free for the rest of the season. If you guys read romance novels, then you know a widow, typically in a romance novel, gets to have the most freedom, right? She has, her husband's dead. Yes, she's supposed to have a year of mourning. A year of mourning, with the show does not do. The show has her be in mourning for 2 months tops. What the fuck? A lady of the ton in mourning for 2 months? Okay, show. Anyway, she is supposed to be in mourning, but usually widows can have sex, lots of it, and they typically do in romance novels because they're no longer tied down to a man, and usually they have money. And then immediately Lady Danbury, as we will see in an upcoming episode, is just, for the rest of the season, she has little to no freedom.
Brimsley, do not.
This is another scene with Queen Charlotte talking about her kids, and I'm like, cool. Like, they just never quite relate it back to the storyline. It never quite relates back, and therefore is not as interesting to me as what's happening in the past. Fuck, man. This fucking moment. And the moments that are about to come when she talks to the queen. Fuck, these moments are really hard. And I feel like the rest of the show has this real deep heaviness as a result of really starting to dive into what's going on with King George's mental illness.
Yes. And Venus is going inside.
Even in her dismay, even in her shock, she is still kind to him. She's a really good woman. And it's so unfortunate because at the end of this episode, which we're going to see, she's so angry at his mom for lying to her. And he hears that and he runs away thinking he needs to go back to the doctor to get better when she just needed a minute to deal with all of her own emotions. And it's so unfortunate because she still obviously loves him. If she didn't love him, if she was a worse woman, she would be so much more awful right now. She would have Reynolds deal with it. And instead, she's trying to get her husband back inside. Okay, I was a little off in terms of where things happen. I said this was going to happen at the end of this episode, but it looks like it happens at the beginning of the next episode, that Queen Charlotte is just like, what the fuck? Why did you lie to me? I love this episode. I also love the next episode, which is even harder to watch. It's just, you in this episode, we started on such a fun moment where they're having this hate sex with each other, where they're both clearly falling in love, and it feels so much fun and it feels fresh and beautiful, and we have the ball, and then this giant drop at the end, which is just, I mean, it's excellent storytelling. It's the way you want to keep your audience just on the highs and the lows, and so we end the episode on such a downer, and I'm in a down place now because, that's the way I'm supposed to feel. So I'm excited to go with you guys and watch the next episode. I'll be doing that over the course of next week, get those episodes up next weekend. I'm going to have episodes 4, 5, and 6 up next weekend, finish everything out next week. So thank you guys so much for joining me on this journey. And I'm really excited to watch the next few episodes with you. I just think this show is so well written. And I don't think I've really had a chance to. I've had really wonderful moments with Bridgerton, but watching a show with you guys that I think is incredibly well written and has really dynamic characters, really dynamic actors, it's such a joy and it's such a treat. And it almost makes my job harder because I have not much to say. I'm just so happy the entire time. So anyways, guys, I will see you on the next one. And I can't wait to watch episode 4 of Queen Charlotte with all of you. All right. Remember to like and subscribe below. And as always, I will see you next time. Bye.